Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to the special question answer session for today. And before that, I thought it is appropriate to, revise the last 2 weeks of classes because that was a very important chapter. That was a very important part of our Bhakti Vriksha course. So I'll quickly revise. I'll take say 10 to 15 minutes. Then we can start taking question answers. And before that, let's start our class with our prayers to Srila Prabhupada and the Acharyas. I offer my respects to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna. O Spiritual Master, I offer my respects to you. You are servant of your Guru, Saraswati Goswami. You're kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya and delivering the Western countries. Panchatattva mantra. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gauri Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so a quick recap. I'll try to make it as short as possible. So here we are on the chapter 9, verse number 2 of Bhagavad Gita, which we have covered in our past 2 classes. So here's a quick summary.
What's the verse number, Mataji?
Chapter is 9 and verse is 2. Okay. So in the first point that we learned was that Krishna is standing in the battle of Kurukshetra with Arjun. Arjun is confused because he does not want to fight with his family. So now Krishna is giving, the most confidential, most secret knowledge to Arjun. So here he's saying in the first point that Arjun, I'm giving you this knowledge now, and this knowledge is the king of education. It is the topmost knowledge. It is the essence of all the knowledge which is available in the world. So you would have seen there's so many schools and colleges and high degrees people take. But Krishna is saying that this knowledge which I am giving you is above all that knowledge. It is the essence, or it is called the juice of the entire knowledge which is there in the world. Therefore, it is called king of education. And why it is king? Because it changes, it transforms the person. Okay, so this was our point number 1. Point number 2, we learned that this is the topmost secret because this knowledge tells the difference between body and soul. Soul is permanent, but body is temporary. Soul moves to another body at the time of death. And the real duty of the soul is to try to permanently become free, not come again and again in this material world, but permanently become free and go back to spiritual world and live happily with Krishna forever. So that actually is the duty of all of us, all the souls, because the body will perish, body will die. So this information about body and soul which Krishna is giving is topmost secret. And this is not taught by all the religions. Therefore, the knowledge which Krishna is giving is to Arjuna is most confidential. And then, we learned that how it is the purest of knowledge. It is purest because it removes all our past sins. Not only that, it also removes our tendency to commit more sins. So in that connection, we learned the story of Ajamil. Ajamil was a Brahmin and who was married and he left his family and got married to a prostitute, and he became very, very sinful. And but the only thing good he did was that he among all the children, he kept the name of one of his youngest child as Narayan. So that way, every time he will call Narayan, his sins will get removed just by calling out Lord's name. And when at the time of death, both demons were, sorry, both Vishnudut and Yamadut, they tried to snatch away the soul because Yamadut thought that he's a very sinful person, like, but Vishnudut thought that no, he's chanted Krishna's name, so how can he go to hell? So Ajamil got another chance. He got a second chance, and he realized his mistake, that how sinful he had become, and he tried to purify himself. And by the end of the second chance, when he got again, he ultimately went back to Krishna in the spiritual world. So this is how we saw that just by chanting Krishna's name, all our sins are removed. In the next point, we learned that this knowledge frees us from all the three modes, like goodness, passion, and ignorance. In there, we learned the examples of goodness. We learned the example of prachetas, who are in the mode of goodness. And, by getting instructions from Lord Shiva, they did tapasya for thousands of years and they developed love of God. In the mode of passion, we saw the example of Dhruva Maharaj, a small boy of 5 years old, and he wanted a kingdom bigger than his father. But when he took darshan of the Lord, when he saw the Lord, he became free from all material desires. All his passions were wiped out and he became a great devotee. And in the last, we saw from mode of ignorance, we saw a prostitute, and with the example of Haridas Thakur, that how she was engaged in all sinful activities, but by association of Haridas Thakur, she became a sannyasi and spent the rest of her life in Krishna consciousness. In the next example, we learned the next quality, next knowledge which Krishna is giving is that how by gaining this knowledge, we become self-realized. And in that, we learned the example of Narad Muni. Narad Muni, when he was a small boy in his previous birth, he served the rishis and very nicely he heard them speaking about Krishna, and he also ate their leftover food. And as a result, he developed attraction for Krishna. And he became a great devotee, a perfect devotee of the Lord. In the next quality, which Krishna is explaining about this knowledge this knowledge is perfection of all religion. So Krishna consciousness is so powerful that even without performing any kind of special puja, fasting, or going to holy places, or studying any Vedas, or worshipping any Devi Devtas, one need not do any of these things. One can just become perfect by knowing this knowledge and chanting Krishna's name, and ultimately go back to Krishna. So in this, again, we saw Narad, that how Narad didn't go to any school. He did not have any education in the Vedas. He simply served the sannyasis and ate their remnant food, ate their food. And he achieved the highest result of Vedic study. So whatever one receives, knowledge one receives from studying the Vedas, Narad Muni didn't do anything, but he became a great devotee. Next, Krishna is saying that this knowledge which Arjun I am giving you is everlasting. So this knowledge is eternal. It is carried in the next life. So a person can continue from wherever he left in previous life and start doing devotional service in the next life. So whatever now all of you are sitting here in the class, whatever you are learning, this is going to go with you in the next birth. It will not get destroyed. But if you by chance are able to free yourself from this birth and death and go back to Krishna, there also you will be engaged in serving the Supreme Lord. And lastly, the point we learned is that Krishna is telling Arjun that whatever service you're doing is joyfully performed. Devotional service is very, very nice. One remains always happy while serving the Lord. So all of you who are doing some little service, making prasad or chanting or inspiring other people to attend classes, so that gives a lot of happiness. I'm sure it gives a lot of happiness to all of you. So this is the knowledge which Krishna is giving to Arjuna. And he's telling that if you get this knowledge, if you just receive this knowledge and understand this knowledge, then your life will become perfect. So I will also try to share the small video of this summary so that you can remember it and forward it to the people and watch it again and again instead of watching the full class. You can simply watch this summary. So when Saurav will take a break, that time I will also share the pictures once again. Okay, so this was our summary for the last 2 weeks of classes. And now we can take up the question answers. We have almost 40 minutes.
Mataji, the bull,
Sorry,
story about the bull, Mataji. There was some story about a bull which Uma Mataji had asked.
bull,
B for Bombay, Bull.
bull. Okay, okay.
Krishna had
Right.
37.
Yes, week
She
37.
had sent week 30, number 37. I think she had sent Mataji the two kundas, I think, to the
Radha Kund Sham Kund. Yes.
and there was a story where Krishna had killed a beast or something like that.
Right.
She
The
had
bull.
sent a photo to you, Mataji, right?
Okay.
There's a
Okay.
photo
Yes.
she sent to you.
1 second. I'll just quickly check. What about it? What is it? She wants to know about that photograph.
I think you had said, Mataji, that you would say you would share.
Okay. Arishtasur. Yes, she said Krishna kills Arishtasur. Okay. So what is the question?
Hmm. Hmm. अच्छा अच्छा. Mataji, remember, I think Uma Mataji had asked a question that why had Aristasur become Aristasur? What about his past life or something like that? The story.
Yeah, actually, Arishtasur, see, demon is a demon. Like now also, there are so many bad people. So continuously they are committing so many sins. So similarly, Arishtasur is a demon, and for many past birth, he has performed bad activities. So she wanted to know the past life of Arishtasur. Arishtasur actually came in the form of a bull But he was not a bull. He was a proper human-looking demon. But because of because he wanted to kill Krishna, and he was sent by Kamsa, so that is why he changed his form so that Krishna does not recognize, and he can easily kill. Previous life.
If you knew about Mataji, was it some type of a curse by a sadhu or something like that? If you would have seen on a TV or something.
Okay, I will tell. I will tell. We can take meanwhile. I'll just search, and if I find something, I'll tell.
Second question, Mataji,
Okay.
or maybe afterwards, after the other people.
How many people we have? Yeah, afterwards maybe I'll come back.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Namaskar.
Hare
So
Krishna.
Where was Narad Muni born, Mataji?
The place?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have to find out.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Namaskar. Mataji, some story about Durga Ma, if something. Mataji, story about Durga Ma and Ganesha.
Yeah, but not now. We are not we are discussing about Krishna. So, but yes, Durga Ma actually is the material energy. She is like Krishna has lot of energies, and Durga actually is considered to be the one of the energies of Krishna, and her role and her responsibility is to look after this material world, to punish the people like us because we are all the time engaged in sense enjoyment. So that is why she has been given the role of looking after people in the material.
Excuse me. Sorry, Mataji.
She's been given the role of looking after people in the material world. Those who don't want to think of Krishna, or who don't want to uh, accept the superiority of Krishna, so Durga Ma is made in charge of punishing those people, or keeping them always in the cage of this material world.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. You can have
Hare
some.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Namaskar. There's a friend of mine yesterday. we went to ISKCON, the temple at my place.
Okay.
So two of them wanted to wear the Kantimala, but the
Okay.
neem one.
Okay.
And apparently the hmm, Mataji, so Mataji, she was wearing a Kantimala, neem Kantimala or something like that. But with that, are we allowed to eat garlic and other things like that?
Yeah. So when we are, if we want to uh, wear kanthi mala, whether it is neem or whether it is tulsi, then we cannot eat onion garlic because it should not pass from our throat. Because in the neck we are wearing tulsi mala in the neck. So
So
if we
both,
eat
Mataji,
onion
even
garlic,
if it's neem
yes,
or tulsi,
yeah, yeah,
no onion, no garlic.
no onion, no garlic, yeah.
But Mataji, in Maharashtra we have Vithal, Mahadev, and there are many people who are wearing kanthi malas, but they also eat, onion and garlic.
Yeah,
But they are also Krishna devotees, Mataji. But
correct. They are devotees, but then at least in ISKCON, you know, the point is that if we are really serious in bhakti life, then if we really are desperate to wear, very very interested to wear kanthi mala, then onion garlic has to be left. At least in ISKCON, we do not follow that principle of wearing and at the same time eating onion garlic.
thank you. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Namaste.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Dhanvat Pranam Anudama Mataji. I have a question, Mataji. So, sorry. So, hmm, uh, uh, so Mataji, Tulsi, during Damodar time,
Okay.
Mataji, so Damodar, the question is, do we have to do Tulsi Aarti during Damodar time, the
Actually,
Damodar month?
it is one of the best things that one can do. It is one of the very important things that one should do during Damodar month, like getting up in Brahma Muhurat, getting up early morning, and you know also chanting if possible in the morning hours, doing Tulsi Aarti. So during Damodar month, morning time you should also at least try to do Tulsi Aarti, and evening try to offer lamp to Lord Damodar. So it's approaching. This Damodar month is coming, so it's a good question that you asked. That it's very important.
17th, Mataji, is it?
Yes, 17th or 18th, I think.
Hmm. 17th or the 18th. She has a second question also, Mataji.
Okay.
So sometimes Tulsi Patta's uh, Mataji, so if we find tulsi patta at places, it could be the neighbor's place, it could be on the road somewhere we see. I mean, not dirty, but there's a tulsi plant and the leaves are fallen there. It's a little dirty. If we pick it up and then we wash it and then we offer it to Krishna, is it okay?
You can do that. I mean, you can offer that to Krishna, but preferably you should use the plant which is grown in your own house because it is more pure. But yes, if you don't have, if somehow it's not available to you and you find it's growing somewhere, then you can use it because tulsi anyways is pure.
Okay, Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank
Hare
you
Krishna.
for helping. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Namaste. Namaskar, Hare Krishna. Uh, so all the garbage and dirt around at home. There was tulsi growing, Mataji. You know.
Okay.
Uh, so I was just wondering. I had told my parents I will pick it up and bring it home, and they said
Um,
that no, it's growing in the dirt. Don't pick it up or something like that. I don't know, Mataji. It feels very weird. I saw it's like in a patch of dirt or somewhere. The tulsi plant is growing. You think I should bring it home?
yeah, you can bring it home instead of somebody disrespecting it. If you feel that it's growing at some dirty place, then you can bring it and put it in a proper place and give it respect.
Okay, Mataji. I'll speak to my parents. I don't know if they were saying no, but yeah, I'll try to do it myself, secretively.
Why? They will, you will have people will object.
Hmm. I said, I told my mom once that I'll bring it. And so I just wanted to check that now you said that, it's a good thing. So, but I'll do it. I don't know about them, but I'll do it.
You can do that. I mean, if you feel that some tulsi plant is there, which is in a bad, there in the bad condition, you can pick it and plant, plant it at some clean and pure place.
Yes, I did automatically feel weird, Mataji. Yeah, it's been there in my head. Hmm. Like Lakshmi, no, I think she's just like that. So I think if I bring them home, it'll be a good thing. They'll be blessed. Hello, Mataji?
Yes, yes, I can hear.
Hmm. Okay. Namaskar, ma'am. Hare Krishna. Uh, so Bhakti Viksha week 37, Mataji, when does the Bhakti Viksha course finish? Does it
See,
finish at 40?
we have to complete till 64 weeks, and depends on what speed we are going because sometimes in between we have festivals and like currently we are doing on 37. We finished 37. So in between some festivals also keep coming and Mashtami comes, Radhashtami comes. So then it gets delayed. But as per my calculation, I think it's going to easily take another 1.5 to 2 years.
She says, good. For we have a lot of time, slow and steady kinds.
Yeah,
Mataji,
yeah.
one thing about the Aarti, during the Damodar month, we will 17th, 18th, I mean, whichever day, do you think if
Okay.
you can do like an Aarti, Damodar Aarti or something like that? Hmm. And the
So
group,
we
Mataji,
can,
do you think you
yeah,
can do
like
it?
every
Few
time we
people.
do, every year we have been doing, no, this Damodar Aarti. So probably again we can form a group and like how you people do, and that'll be nice. That'll be very nice.
Okay. Okay,
So
Mataji, we'll do it at night, right?
yeah, yeah, we can do it at night.
Okay.
And
One
coming
more
up
thing.
to
Ma'am,
Ashutosh,
17th or 18th, Mataji?
I think it is 18th.
Because Maharashtra, sometimes it's a little different, no?
Uh-huh. I think for my calendar it is 18th. Uh, beginning of fourth month of Padmanabh month is Purnima is on 17th. So I think from 18th it should start. Damodar starts, I think, from 18th. Till 17th, we still have Padmanabh month.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, then.
So coming back to Ashutosh's
Hare
question,
Krishna, ma'am.
Hare Krishna. I think what I was
Anshuman, Mataji?
Anshuman, yeah, sorry, Anshuman. So I think I was just searching, probably somewhere near Karnataka, it is said, uh, because actually, looking at it, Narad Muni didn't belong to this material world. He was a Gandharva. He was a musician in the spiritual world. And he was cursed. And when he was cursed, he came down and took birth in this material world. So it is by scriptural knowledge, I think it is somewhere near Karnataka. He was, this pastime had happened of Narad Muni. Now I'm not getting confirmed information, but it looks like somewhere in Karnataka to me.
Okay. Okay, nice, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So for Arishtasur, I was trying to find out. Excuse me. So I was trying to find out about Arishtasur. I haven't found any. Probably I'll have to refer to Srimad Bhagavatam and I might find some story there. So if I find, I will probably next class I will inform.
Okay, Mataji. So now, Mataji, so we just wanted to understand. So when you were telling us the story of Ajamil,
Ah,
uh, the story of Ajamil, so you remember when he said after, his bad life, bad way, when he was about to die, he said the word of his son, no, Narayan.
Narayan, yes.
So after that, Vishnu Duta and the Yamduta,
Yamadut.
everyone came
Yeah,
and said the soul will not be taken,
yeah.
right? So that what happened, Mataji? He died, right? He
No,
died
he
and
didn't
then
die.
he took another birth.
No, he didn't die at that time.
Uh,
He didn't die at that time because that's why I said that he got a second chance. So there was a fight between Yamdut and Vishnudut, because Vishnudut said he has taken Krishna's name. So we cannot take him to, we cannot let him go to hell. But Yamadut was saying, no, no, he was very sinful. So he has to, we will take him and we will punish him in the Yamaloka. We will take him there and torture him. But finally, the battle was won by Vishnudut. Vishnudut said, no, no, he has chanted Krishna's name. So it is not possible that he will go to hell.
So the question is, Mataji, did he live? Or
Yes,
he did take?
he lived,
He
he
lived.
lived, he lived, and then he continued doing his prayashchit. And he visited like Kashi and Gaya.
How
And
many years, Mataji?
I don't know how many years. He did like all the Kashi, Gaya, and all the Tirtha, all the holy places he visited. He tried to improve and tried to correct his life. And again, when, his time came, or the second time that he came, he had to die. That time, he was taken, a plane from the spiritual world came, and he was taken back to the spiritual world. So I'll share
Okay,
that
okay.
picture again.
So Purnima, Mataji, during Purnima,
Okay,
17th, like you're saying,
right.
Ras Leela.
Okay.
So what to do on the 17th, basically, Mataji? Do we fast? Do we do something?
Oh, nothing. No, I don't think we do any fasting as such.
Can we offer something?
Yes, we can. It is,
And it's something they're saying that when we see the moon, we have heard that people talk that
yeah, actually, it is,
the moonlight basically helps
yeah, it is one of
eyesight,
those,
bones, etc. Stuff like that. Is it something
it
like
is
that?
the
Some offerings
moonlight,
have to be done to the moon.
not yes to the moon you can do, and also you can do to, to Krishna. Basically, you should do it for Krishna only. In Vrindavan, lot of, big, nice programs are done. Sweet rice, basically. It's a what you do. You make a kheer, and you tie a cloth and you put it in the sun, in the moon, in the moonlight.
Apparently, they won't take any rice.
Who?
Only the moon, only milk. They would boil the milk and then put it only in glass and put it on top somewhere for the moon and offer it
So different people will have
and see
different.
it. Actually, see it and basically take that milk and drink it. Basically,
Correct, correct. So different people have different customers, but generally in Vrindavan or as a customer, lot of it's done as a kheer.
ISKCON also has it, Madhuri. You're
Yes,
saying?
ISKCON also makes kheer, and it's hung in the moonlight. The whole night it is, uh, kept outside, and it is believed that, it will turn into Amrit, and then devotees next day have it as a prasad.
So is there a story behind this, Madhuri?
Nothing, no story as such. It's just that it is that time, it is very, very auspicious because Krishna is performing Rasa Leela with the gopis. And in order to, offer them the kheer, that is why it is cooked, because it is the Ras time, it is the Ras Leela time. That is the story.
Hmm. Okay, Madhuri, if there is something more with these rituals, something more, some
Sure,
more stories, something like, please you can tell me
sure.
later also sometime. Hare Krishna. Thank you
Correct.
so much. Done with Pranav.
That was fine.
Hare Krishna, Madhuri. One more thing I wanted to ask that 27. Madhuri, will there be an exam for the Bhakti Viksha course?
Uh, no, it's not been planned as such. But yes, we can, certificates and all is given because for those who are regularly attending the the last time certificate also has not been given as yet. But there's no exam as such.
Certificates were missed, Madhuri. Some certificates had to be given there.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Madhuri. Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Madhuri. Namaskar. It's so difficult to see him. So,
Yeah, very lighting is very bad.
Hare Krishna. Pune ISKCON, August. I think the presentation. Maybe we can take Sanjay Prabhu's question in the meanwhile.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Madhuri. So, uh, hmm. Hare Krishna. So, MOP. Mopa. Okay. Ah, 2021, my mother passed away. Hmm. 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 Ekadashi, I do Ekadashi. Hmm. So it has helped basically forget, but I wake up at one day at 4, probably I felt somebody tugging my t-shirt. So I wake up at 4 every day, Mataji, and I regularly do. I wash up, of course, and then do my cleanup or something like that. One day, I felt somebody tugging on my t-shirt, and nothing other than that. But yeah, it just happened once, and I felt there was a presence and some kind of a blessing or something like that. I also regularly, so I try to keep myself fit, etc. And yeah. So do you think something like that, Mataji, happens?
Yeah, there are people, there are spirits around us. There is no doubt about it. But I mean, we have not seen, so practically we cannot say that yes, somebody is there, but it's just our feeling.
I did certainly feel, Mataji, and I noticed, and
Okay.
so I don't know if it's. I am also. I don't know. Does it mean that there is some kind of a phase which I have gone into, or maybe I've. I don't know. But then it didn't happen the next. I continued with my chanting also.
Hmm.
I'm doing 16 rounds, Mataji, regularly. And yeah, I have been doing it.
Great, great. But then it's difficult to say anything because they're not visible to us. But yes, ghosts and spirits, they do exist. They do exist. So if you are chanting, it is very, very beneficial for them also because if they are in a bad situation, then they also become, hearing Krishna's name, they also become satisfied. They also become free. They also become free from the ghost life. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. That's good. Okay. Hare Krishna. Namaskar. So, Damodar time starts, and then 2nd November, Mataji, there is a ISKCON. I think we are doing like kind of a tour. So, some days, 2nd November, we'll go and we'll be back on 11th. So, Mataji, there are quite some days when I'll be missing.
Okay.
What do we do?
Nothing, you can just watch the recordings. Because if you're going for a pilgrimage or you're going for some holy place, then that is also very important. No?
I am actually going to holy places, Mataji, in Karnataka, Kerala, and Chennai.
Okay.
Only pilgrimage places, not like leisure or for.
Great, great,
Uh,
great. Then don't worry, you can catch up. You can, you won't miss anything. You can watch the recordings. Enjoy.
but Mataji, the Aarti.
Oh, the Aarti you will miss. So what you do, you carry a photograph of Damodar picture with you, carry a matchbox and some already, some battis which are soaked in ghee. And wherever you are, you put that small photo and you offer Aarti to Krishna. Wherever you are in a small room, you can just quickly offer the Aarti.
Uh, okay. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mataji. So, Mataji, the Prabhupada, when he went to the US, mm, the language would have been English, right?
Yes.
Uh, then before Prabhupada, uh, was most of the preaching discussions and all of that happen in Bengali, in Mayapur and that area, because just wanting to understand what was the most other, primary language, or when did it switch to English primarily? Did Prabhupada
See,
come back and, then they
see what happened
influenced?
no, when Prabhupada's spiritual master, the Guru, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami. So before, when Prabhupada was very young, so I mean, Bhakti Siddhanta also was the Bengali only. Okay, so they would talk in Bengali, but then also his Guru Maharaj said that you are.
Prabhupada was also Bengali, Mataji.
Prabhupada was also Bengali, and he was also Bengali. And he used to say that you are very learned. He would tell his name was Abhay Charan. Prabhupada's name was Abhay Charan. He says, so Abhay, you are very, very highly educated. Your English is very good. So why don't you go to the West and preach to the Western countries? So that is why, Prabhupada took so much of effort and pain and struggle and went, in his late 60s or early 70s to the US because he wanted to, follow the order of his guru. And his guru had instruction that you go to the West because your English is so good. So start preaching in English.
Then he came back to India, Mataji, and then English spread. I mean, the preaching and the text and all of that.
Yeah, no, he came. He came to India. He came and he used to come and go because after he had established very nicely in US. Then he also came back again, and so many temples came up, like Bombay and Vrindavan, and so many temples later on came up. But then it was not just restricted to one language. I'm pretty yes, Prabhupada more importantly used to preach in English because the audience was in all languages. Prabhupada's audience were in different languages, no, they're from different cultural background. So then English was the main language so that, which everybody could understand.
Hmm.
Hare
Okay, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Last one hand, Mataji.
Yes, we can take it as the last question.
Hmm. Yeah, his is the only hand, actually. So, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, let me know, Mataji, if what I'm sharing is right or wrong.
Okay.
So, chanting, Mataji, I'm doing it regularly.
Okay.
But then, uh, I mouth the words, not very clearly. I'm actually hard of hearing. So, I don't, words are not very clear, but my brother somehow, I don't know, he must have heard it. And he said that, I shouldn't mouth it and just keep my mouth closed and think of the terms. And apparently, when we speak it, the benefits are going to other people. For example, the dog is there and all of that, then the benefits are going to the dog, and basically it's your loss. So you gain all of it, take it in your head, keep it to yourself and stuff like that. So, do you think there's any truth to that?
He's absolutely right because people who can chant loudly, it is very good because this chanting is so powerful that other jivas, other species, like in our own house, we have cats and dogs and birds, and so many insects, lizard is there, cockroaches, little ants. So if we can speak loudly, then it goes to their ears also, and then they also attain the benefit of this chanting. So if you can chant loudly, I mean, provided your words are clear, then it's a very good thing to
No,
chant.
Mataji, Ashutosh was basically saying, the brother is saying that you don't speak the words because it's a loss. The dog would hear the chanting, and then it would benefit them and it won't benefit him. So
No,
he's
no,
saying
no, no,
that,
no, 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 that is not correct. It should ideally benefit everybody. Devotees in ISKCON, we are told to chant loudly so that everybody hears. Everybody hears and everybody gets the benefit.
I'm basically in my room only. So that's okay, no, Mataji, if I'm voice mouths the words a little bit
Yes, you
and
can. Yes, yes, why not? There is no harm.
okay, makes sense. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Hare
thank
Krishna.
you so much. Hare Krishna. I'll quickly run through the PPT. And after that, once the PPT is closed, I'll leave the class.
Okay, Mataji, I can leave, right?
Yes, you can leave, Saurabh. So we'll now meet next Sunday or whenever, depending on Saurabh's availability. And most likely next class we will meet for Damodar.
Okay, Mataji.
Yes, so thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.